Hello again everyone. In this lecture, we'll continue with the remaining protocol, starting with the point-to-point protocol. And in this particular protocol, this is the rules that allows your any two devices and in the internet to communicate with each other by using a serial interface. Example, when you connect your personal computer to the modem, and then the modem will connect the computer to the router. In turn, the router will connect the line to the internet service provider. Right? So in case when you want an internet connection, this is the serial interface that you will have to connect from your computer to the modem, from the modem to the router, and from the router then to the internet service provider. And then in turn, your internet service provider will connect you to the internet. So this is example that I've given. Personal computer that is connected by the phone line to the server. Here server will be the one that provides you the internet service. Now, besides connecting your device in a serial interface, it is also this rules that defines the format of a frame to be exchanged here in the network. I mean, when you send a message or when you send a packet from the sender to the receiver side, it will appear this particular rules that allow what exactly is the format that have to be exchanged, how the data that is being sent from the sender side, how it will be received, and in which particular standard, in which particular format it have to be received in the receiver side. Besides that, the point-to-point protocol will also define the authenticity or the authentication of the two devices. That means it'll make sure that the one that sends the message is an authenticate device, and likewise the ones that receive the message is also an authenticate device. Right? In order for your network to be safe, your point-to-point protocol will also define the authentication of the devices that communicates with each other. Okay. Next point that we have here is the remote login, which we also call as the telnet or the telephone network in short, right? Telnet. So this particular rules here enables one computer to connect to another computer. Fine. But how the computer are connected will be in this way. Now imagine you are working somewhere else. And you went, say for example, you're working in a company where you have your personal computer in the office and in the company's office. So whereas you have to do some field work and you are outside the office. Now what happened when you are outside the office, you realize there is some important information, some important file that is left in your computer. So what you can do is with the help of this particular protocol, the remote login, you will be actually authorized to log in from a different computer, fine, into the computer that is located in your office. Your computer is in the office, but you can log in into the office computer from any other computer. Fine. There will be some rules that you'll have to follow in order to be able to maintain the remote login. But that is what a remote login is all about. It will refer to as a remote login, whereas you'd be logging in into a machine through another machine. The machine here will be your machine that is in the office, and another machine will be another computer that is not in your office. Now fine, for that what happen is you need to have an account in the remote computer, and that means in the computer that is there in your office. So what happen is you will you will be asked to enter the username and the password that is required for this remote computer. Once you enter the correct information, then you will be able to log in into the computer. Once you are there, it will be like almost exactly the same thing as you are in the office. You can see, you can do everything, almost everything that is there in the computer, inside the computer that is in your office. So here, this operation, each and every operation that you can do in your computer is allowed except for the file transfer. You can edit, you can copy paste a file, okay, within the computer. And what happens is you cannot transfer the file from the remote computer to any other device. This is to provide that, I mean, this is for the security of the device, so that if someone else gain access into your computer, even if they make changes, fine, what happens is you will be at least able to see the changes made in the computer. But if the file is transferred, that means if they say they move the file from a computer to another machine, you will lose the file. So in order to protect that from happening, what you have is this particular file transfer capability will be blocked. So you can carry out, you can work, do exactly the same operation what you normally do in your personal computer when you sit in front of computer, that is, but you cannot transfer the file. So this is the meaning of your remote login. So this is a protocol that allows you to connect to a remote computer from another computer. Another one is the simple mail transfer protocol. Okay, we will discuss about two type of email protocol here, which where like simple mail transfer protocol is the first one here. Simple mail transfer protocol here is a set of rules that deals with sending an email from one address to another address. I mean, in order for you to send the email, and your computer have to follow this particular rule. It have to support the simple mail transfer protocol rules. Simple mail SMTP, that is, fine, defines the format of how email is to be sent. What happens is you will be sending in, okay, to another protocol, and it will be the job of that protocol to actually transmit it over the communication channel. But it's the job of the SMTP here to define the format for the email. That means what are the things that you want to include when you send an email. Like for example, the receiver's address. You send only to one receiver, you send to multiple receiver, you send one message, you send multiple message, the time that need to be included in the message file. I mean the actual content, whatever is there in your email, that will be defined here by the simple mail transfer protocol. So this is the rule that allows your email to be forwarded from your machine to another machine. Right? It's just for sending the email. Now on the other side, we have the Post Office Protocol version 3 or the POP3. Now SMTP is for sending the email. Likewise, you have the POP3 here, which is used for receiving the email. Whatever format is mentioned in the SMTP, your POP3 also will receive exactly the same format, so that it will be opening the file, that means the email that is received in the same format. Fine. So there will be another here also. The message will be received with the help of some other protocol, and then that protocol will forward it to the POP3. Once it reaches your computer, fine, the POP3, I mean this particulars will allow the email to comes into your machine. So POP3 is a set of rules that is used for receiving an email. One is for sending, this one is for receiving the emails. All the features that you usually do when you receive an email, that will be supported. And besides that, if you can recall, you will be also allowed to download the received email. Normally what happen is the memory where the email are actually sent, fine, it might have very less storage space. So when you download the email from there, okay, you can permanently save it in your computer, and then the mail that is received can be deleted from your email. Once it has been downloaded to your machine, it will be there. So in order to free up the space that is being occupied by this particular email, okay, you can always delete the email uh, from your inbox. By doing that, what happens is you will be actually releasing some of the storage space that has been occupied by your this particular email. Now this is regarding a post office protocol version 3. Next type of protocol is one that is involved while chatting and using your video conferencing. This protocol is called as the VoIP. This is a protocol which stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. And most of the protocol are in case your email. Initially, what happens is your email allows only to transmit only text messages, and it is not very long where you can send attachment, you can include voice chat and all that in your emails. So initially it was just text messages that is being sent and being received in your email. Now in order for you to transmit voice over the internet, you need a different set of rules, and your computer need to follow certain set of rules. Now these rules that your computer need to follow is referred to as the voice over the internet protocol. This enables the transfer of voice using packet switch network. So here we will not be using any circuit switch anymore where we need a telephone operator connect a device and then form a link. Fine. But what happens is we will be sending our voices in the form of a packet. It might travel in a different route, but when it reaches a destination, it will be assembled, fine, and then in the correct sequence, and then the receiver will be able to hear the original voice that is being transmitted. Fine. So here what happens is phone call can be done using the standard internet connection. You don't have to use what I've already mentioned, all those telephone exchange going through all that, but directly you can make a phone call using the standard internet connection. Right? It's not just the phone call. You can also make your video call. Right? Nowadays, which is very, very common. You can even make your video call or video conferencing with the help of your voice over the internet protocol. There are three ways of using the voice over the internet protocol. Right? First one is when you connect your computer, right, to the modem. So this here, the first one is the ATA, which stands for analog to the digital converter, where if you remember what happened is you need a modem in order to convert the analog signal to digital and likewise digital signal to analog signal. So this is the first way of using your voice over IP, where you connect your telephone, that means to the computer, with the help of a modem. Thereby you convert it from analog to digital signal and vice versa. Second way of connecting to the voice using voice over IP is using the internet protocol phone, where what happened here is in this particular case you'll be using a wireless phone. You don't need to have a wired connection between all that. You will use a wired connection, or you can, okay fine, even if you use a wired connection, but this will be connected to the internet with the help of a router. Fine, you don't need a modem anymore, and directly you can connect your device here to the router or the local area network directly. Whereas the third one is where you don't need a router and where you don't need a modem. And here directly you can have two machines directly connected with each other. This is the most easiest and the simplest way of using voice over IP, where you have two machines, two computer, and they can be directly connected with each other. Whereas in IP phone, you connect it first to the router and then, or maybe to the local area network, and then from there you will connect it to the other machine. In ATA, what happens is you connect it through the help of a modem, and then from the modem, then only you'll be able to make the interaction. Right? So this is regarding the three ways of using your voice over IP. Okay, we will continue with few more protocol in the next lecture, but as for now, we'll stop it. Yeah, thank you very much.